try to say, oh, the All-Star Project rock opera is coming to town, and I see it as a much stronger entity. It's to me, it's like a real band, of course, with different singers coming in, but it's more like an entity of its own. And when I think of All-Star Projects, I think of those three-letter projects with numerous guitar players or all-stars coming together and playing Smoke on the Water at the last encore for a festival. And I think that's not exactly what Avantasia is about. And that's why we said, okay, we will come, we will be more singers than the Beatles, and we will deliver an Avantasia experience. And tonight, of course, I can say we have Tommy of Camelot, we have Kenny of Heat, we have Adrian, we have Ronnie Atkins, Herbie Langhans, Kiara. She's still at the airport. She will come. She will make it in the middle of the show. Her first flight was cancelled or something with a passport. I think she didn't receive her passport in time. So, but she will come and she will jump on stage in the middle of a show. Yeah, you have to be prepared for things like that. Nothing ever goes as planned, and I'm happy to accept the challenge, and we'll make it work somehow. Yeah, it's like the guitars arrived only in the afternoon because they were not on the flight with the band, and our Kiara will arrive during the show, and still we plow our way and that's rock and roll. And I like it that way. I mean, many bands are using backing tracks these days, and many bands, everything is planned and everything is well organized, and it's always, I think sometimes the rock and roll element is missing, and of course I would have preferred everything to go as planned, but I'm happy that we can do it even if it doesn't go as planned, because that's how Thin Lizzy and Whitesnake and Black Sabbath would have done it, and that's how we do it. I think there's a certain routine, and a positive routine. It's not like, oh, okay, same day, same procedure. As you can see, so things happen, singers coming only during the show. But we have a certain routine, and we've done this so often that, of course, it's a challenge, and it's hard to set it up. And sometimes you find a way. I mean, Bob was supposed to be here, but Bob said probably. Bob is doing very good, but he said, but the long flights, and so many long flights in such a short time. So he said, I'm probably. He felt guilty, and I said, Bob, just don't worry. If it's too much for you at this point, then we'll do it. He can fly in Europe, it's no problem. But the long flights, and every day 12-hour flight or 8-hour flight, every second day. So you have to sometimes adjust little things, and it happens. Also, Eric Martin was first supposed to be here, but he was on the road all the time, and as I tell the truth, his passport was full, and he had to apply for a new passport. But he was in Asia, India, and I don't know where he was for a long time on tour, and he couldn't organize it in time. So you have to make decisions, and you have to react to certain difficulties. But 20 years ago, it would have given me a heart attack. Now it's a challenge, but we're too happy with what we have achieved and what we're able to do and the experience we get it somehow. Budokan? It's I don't have a bucket list really, because I think it would sound ungrateful, because I've achieved so much. Of course, we're not the Rolling Stones. I'm not the biggest artist in the world, not even amongst the top 500, I would say. But I'm very happy. I mean, we tour the world. Some places we can play 5,000 people, some places we can play 1,500 or 1,200 people. But I'm happy. I've worked with Alice Cooper and Klaus Meine and Rudolf Schenker and all these great singers, Michael Kiske, Jeff Tate, you name it, John Oliva. I could name everybody, Eric Singer. So I've achieved so much. I've played festivals, I've played shows with Kiss and with all the greats, with all my heroes. And yeah, and I can live my own childhood dreams. So I don't want to sound ungrateful and have a bucket list and say, oh, this I have to reach. I mean, of course, I would love to play Budokan. If it doesn't happen, I will come to Japan anyway and play a smaller version of Budokan.